Tick-tock, tick-tock. The sound echoed through the room, a constant reminder of the passage of time. The gentle rhythm filled the air, creating a soothing melody that seemed to calm the soul. It was a symphony of time, each clock contributing its unique note to the harmonious chorus. The source? Countless clocks, each more enchanting than the last, each with its own story to tell. They lined the walls of the quaint shop, their presence creating an atmosphere of timelessness. Their faces glowed with warmth, casting a gentle light that seemed to invite you to stay a while. Intricate gears whispered secrets of the past, each movement a testament to the craftsmanship of a bygone era. The air itself seemed to hum with the weight of ages, filled with the stories of those who had come before. It was a place where time stood still, a sanctuary from the hustle and bustle of modern life. Sunlight streamed through the dusty window panes, casting a golden glow that danced upon the polished surfaces. It danced upon the polished surfaces of grandfather clocks, creating a mesmerizing display of light and shadow. Tiny silver pocket watches gleamed from their velvet cushions, each one a miniature masterpiece. Each tick and tock seemed to weave a tapestry of moments, a reminder of the fleeting nature of time. The shop was a sanctuary of time, a place where the past and present coexisted in perfect harmony. It was a haven from the relentless march of the outside world, a place where one could find peace and reflection. The scent of lemon oil and old wood hung heavy in the air, a comforting aroma that spoke of care and dedication. It mingled with the subtle aroma of aged paper, creating a sensory experience that was both nostalgic and soothing. It was a comforting scent, one that made you feel at home, even if you were a stranger. It spoke of a time when things were crafted with care, when every detail was attended to with love and precision. A time when stories unfolded at a gentler pace, when life was lived with intention and grace. This was the world of Mr. Leonard, the clockmaker, a man whose life was dedicated to the art of timekeeping and whose shop was a testament to his passion and skill. Mr. Leonard was a man who moved with the deliberate grace of a grandfather clock's pendulum. Each step he took seemed to be in perfect harmony with the ticking of the clocks that surrounded him. His hands, gnarled with age, moved with a lifetime of experience. Every wrinkle and scar told a story of a clock repaired, a timepiece restored to its former glory. He was hunched over his workbench, his back slightly curved from years of dedicated labor. The workbench was his sanctuary, a place where time stood still and he could lose himself in the intricate dance of gears and springs. His eyes, magnified by a pair of spectacles perched precariously on his nose, sparkled with youthful curiosity. Despite his age, there was a twinkle in his eye that spoke of an unending fascination with the mysteries of time. He was surrounded by the tools of his trade. The shop was a treasure trove of horological wonders, each tool and clock a testament to his skill and passion. Tiny screwdrivers, delicate tweezers, and magnifying glasses lay scattered on his workbench. Each tool had its place, each one essential for the delicate work he performed. Each tool bore the mark of countless hours spent breathing life into timepieces. They were extensions of his hands, instruments through which he communicated with the very essence of time. But amongst all the clocks in his shop, there was one that stood apart. It was not just a timepiece, it was a guardian of moments, a keeper of memories. It rested on a pedestal, draped in a velvet cloth. The cloth was a deep, rich burgundy, hinting at the importance of the clock it concealed. Its intricate carvings hinted at a power that lay dormant within. The craftsmanship was unparalleled, each detail meticulously carved to perfection. This was no ordinary clock. It was a masterpiece, a culmination of years of knowledge and skill. This was the clock that could turn back time. Its hands moved not just forward but backward, defying the natural order of time.
He treated this clock with reverence. He knew its power. He understood that it was not just a tool, but a gateway to the past. He understood the delicate balance of time. He knew that altering the past could have unforeseen consequences. Each adjustment he made was done with the utmost care, knowing that even the slightest error could ripple through time. Yet he also believed in second chances. He believed in the power of redemption. He had seen the clock's potential to heal old wounds and mend broken hearts. He kept the clock wound, its gears meticulously maintained. The rhythmic ticking was a constant reminder of the clock's potential, a promise of the possibility to rewrite history. He was ready to share its gift with those who truly sought to mend the fabric of their past. He knew that not everyone was worthy, but for those who were, the clock offered a chance to make things right. But he did so with caution, for he knew that time was a precious and fragile thing. He understood that the gift of the clock was not to be taken lightly, and that with great power came great responsibility.
Rose hurried down the cobblestone streets. Her heart felt heavy in her chest, the weight of regret pressed down on her. A single mistake, one thoughtless word, it had shattered a precious friendship. She clutched a faded photograph in her hand. It showed two smiling faces, their arms linked in a gesture of unbreakable camaraderie. Rose and Amy. The photograph was a painful reminder of what she had lost.
The memory of their last encounter played over and over in her mind. The sharp words, the hurt in Amy's eyes, the silence that stretched between them like an unbridgeable chasm. Rose longed to turn back time, to unsay the words that had caused so much pain. She had heard whispers of a clockmaker, a man who possessed a clock with a unique ability, a clock that could grant second chances. Hope flickered in her heart. Could this be the answer to her prayers? Could this clock mend the broken pieces of her friendship?
Rose pushed open the door to Mr. Leonard's shop, her heart heavy with anticipation and a hint of fear. The tinkling of a bell announced her arrival, a sound that seemed to echo the chimes of destiny. She stepped inside, her eyes widening in awe at the sight that greeted her. The shop was a treasure trove of timepieces, each one a silent witness to the passage of time. Clocks of every shape and size surrounded her, their intricate designs telling stories of eras long past. Their gentle ticking created a symphony of time, a melody that seemed to resonate with the very essence of her being.
"You seek to turn back time," he stated, his voice barely a whisper, yet it carried the weight of countless years of wisdom.
Rose nodded, her throat too tight to speak. The gravity of her mission was almost too much to bear. She laid the photograph on the counter, the image of her and Amy gazing up at them. Memories of happier times flooded her mind.
1 hour, Mr. Leonard said, his voice grave. 1 hour to change the course of your life. The clock grants you 1 hour to right your wrong. Use it wisely, for time is a fickle friend. But be warned, child, altering the past can have unforeseen consequences. The ripples of your actions may spread far and wide.
Rose's heart pounded in her chest. 1 hour, 60 minutes to change everything, 60 minutes to erase her mistake, to rewrite the past and perhaps reshape the future. She reached out, her fingers trembling, to touch the velvet cloth that concealed the clock. The fabric felt like a barrier between her and her destiny, but as she did, doubt crept into her mind. Could she really change the past without altering the present in ways she couldn't foresee? Could she really change the past without altering the present? The thought gnawed at her, filling her with uncertainty. Was it fair to Amy to rewrite their history without her consent? The image of her friend seemed to ask the same question. The weight of her decision pressed down on her. The responsibility was immense, almost paralyzing. Was 1 hour enough to fix what had been broken? Could she mend the rift that had torn their lives apart? Taking a deep breath, Rose steeled herself. She had to try. For Amy, for herself, for the chance to make things right. With a final, determined glance at the clock, she reached out, ready to embrace the challenge that lay ahead. As her fingers turned the clock's hands backwards, she felt a surge of hope mixed with fear. The past was within her grasp, but the future remained uncertain.